Today is August 20th, 2008. Last night on the 19th, actually early this morning at 2 a.m. we had a big storm that came through. This house got hit by lightning. The area that I'm showing you here is the ceiling of the section of the whole house that caught on fire from the inside. Again, as normal with the Energy Q radiant barrier applied in the attic area, it increases the family's protection and safety while in case there's a fire within the house. And again, you tell from an outer point of view, you physically can go up and down the street and you can never tell there was actually a fire here. The fire department was in here for about an hour before they were able to leave the premises. And again, the home itself, no structural damage, no physical damage to the house. As we walk into the house here, again, we'll just kind of scan the ceiling areas. You can kind of see maybe right up in through here, just a little bit of smoke that kind of came out of the air vent as we kind of scan the house. I mean, all the material possessions, you really can't ever even tell there was actually fire in here. This is the ceiling area where the fire was above. And again, there's no water damage. You really have no idea in terms of smell. You can't even smell any smoke. As you walk up in through here, again, the fire is kind of above our heads. You can kind of see a little bit here in the attic entrance about a fire. And again, I'm scanning the ceilings, and you really, again, there's no major water damage. All the goods inside the house, the candles inside here, they're A-okay. No material damage at all. We'll go into their master bedroom, which was below the fire, and the only signs of any damage from the inside is a little bit of water that kind of seeped through into the ceiling. And then there's just another section, I believe it looks like just right in here where there's maybe just a little drop, but other than that, you really can't tell at all. A normal house, all this property in here where they're spraying the hoses would have been completely destroyed. The ceiling area of the sheetrock would have just fallen down, and again, everything in here, the fire was right above this particular room. No damage. We're going to briefly just kind of go up into the attic area. And you can tell here is the ladder entrance. Again, the material was placed above the ladder as a blanket or a curtain. We staple it to either one side or the other. And as you move down the ladder area, you can kind of see where the fire kind of scorched just a couple areas of the stairs. And as we just kind of work our way up here, we applied the product in 2005, so it's 3 years old. And if you look here, you can kind of see some of the material where, again, it was so hot up here in the attic area, it melts the polyethylene, but the aluminum itself is still very, you really can't, you can tear it now, but it's very slim, but the material structurally held itself. This here is a piece of the material where you can kind of see it just kind of scorched it a little bit, but other than that, once you get down into this area down in here, it's like brand new, like we just applied the product. I'm going to scan in the areas that you don't really see any damage whatsoever. Again, we're skirting the areas that the fire wasn't at. You'll see some areas of the material that's kind of moved up. The fire department kind of moved, and but this is all area over here, no physical damage at all to the house. If we scan up here to the light, you can kind of see the light fixture itself. You can just see there's a little bit of black marks. As we scoot over here to the right, you're going to see some areas here where the fire was at. And again, you have the scorched material right here, and this piece here is pretty sturdy. That's going to be hard to rip. But again, below the material, insulation's like brand new. There's the only signs of damage is right here at this air vent that need to be replaced. You know, this was above the material, but again, below, you go below the material, no physical damage at all to the joists. You had some damage here on this plywood. You go over here to this 2x4 support beam, a little bit of damage, but overall, you know, the attic was able to maintain, keep the fire up here in the attic space. Look up in here in the roof rafters, really no damage. It just kind of simmered. And again, we'll kind of scan back over here where the electrician's kind of doing some work with the phone lines, kind of get it ready that they can turn the electricity on. If you look at this PVC pipe, and you can kind of see where it, you know, kind of got melted with the fire. You look at this little beam here, a little bit of fire here. And as we kind of scan out and about, you can kind of see where the fire was at, but never really, as you go further out into the area, not much damage. Again, the Energy Q radiant barrier applied above the insulation helped protect this family late in the evening. They were able to escape. They had no problems. I'm going to exit the attic area. Again, kind of scan here where you can kind of see. It's just amazing that a typical house here there would have been a whole lot of damage if this homeowner chose not to apply the Energy Q radiant barrier. And again, here's the inside of the home.
Oh yeah, everything.
And again,
even your electricity, you don't
no,
know.
Down there.
no damage.
Insulation's on top of it.
We actually roll our product right over the top of the insulation that's there. Yeah.
And here we go.
Okay.
If you'd like to just kind of give us just a little quick, as someone just left, just kind of a quick description of what happened last night, kind of get so the light's not shining in the camera.
Okay.
Because I know you were asleep last night about 2 o'clock.
Yes. Yes, I was asleep about well before 2. The alarm went off, and after the alarm went off, then the lightning struck the top of the attic, and it set the attic on fire, burnt my wires. And I think if I didn't have the radiant barrier, that it would be more damage than what it is now.
Absolutely.
It
and
would.
You're right.
In my opinion.
And I agree with
Yes,
you.
okay.
Not being biased, but
No.
After the review of your attic area, the material definitely protected your home.
And one thing too, it helps on your electricity.
Yes.
It helps on it. Really
So
does.
again, this is our 6th house that actually caught on fire, not due with Energy Q radiant barrier, but because of the homeowners applying the product above the insulation. Their house, just like this one, did not burn down, and again, all their material possessions are fine. The interior of the house is fine, no water damage, and we have again another happy customer that
Oh yeah.
with
true.
Energy Q.